Hey guys, Iceman here, and this here is my cute little Javazan. Yeah, look at her godly gear, man. You don't even have to have ethereal titans. In fact, I don't even prefer them, because I throw these things like a bat out of hell. So, when they're ethereal, you can't repair them, and obviously they have the replenishes quantity capability. But then you just have to sit there and wait. It's lame as hell. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, in Daddy's opinion. But here's Griffon's eye, the diadem. This helm rocks for a Javazan. The negative percentage to enemy lightning resistance goes a long ways, man. So get your little paws on one of these when the ladder resets, if you have a lightning character. Now I'm thinking about making an Amazon for this upcoming ladder reset, which I think might be in a month or two, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It's not official, but a lot of folks have been speculating such. But yeah, I might do another Amazon because they're a blast, man. You can just annihilate the entire screen, especially if you have a bow on switch like Faith, but that's going to take forever to get on the ladder. This is the current ladder, but it's been going on for several months. So I started a little late, but I attend some pretty good stuff. Laying of Hands comes very cheap. You can trade for these things for some pretty low rune. Ravenfrost Razortail, far superior to Thunder God's Vigor in almost every situation, other than running the World Stone Keep. So get yourself a Razortail. Every javelin you throw is going to pierce, and it's just going to multiply its damage. Because every enemy it hits, of course, the main javelin, it'll shoot out its fury. So you can double, triple, quadruple your damage and beyond. It's freaking epic. And so is this rare ring, man. Yeah, I got really lucky to find this one. High attack rating, dual leech, mana, and mana per kill. A very underlooked mod. Which takes me to my Silk Weaves as well. 5 mana per kill. So 6 mana per kill on this character. And you're just wiping out the screen. So your mana, as long as you're killing fast and efficiently, you don't have to worry too much about mana. And good old Storm Shield at Cat's Eye for some run walk. But yeah, with the Silkweave boots, they come very cheap as well. And for most, holy shit, look at that. The first thing I murder, a Griswold's armor falls. Now I'm probably going to just leave this shit here. But yeah, look at that. It's a Griswold's heart. Yeah, this is pretty good for a mercenary early on when you're trying to hit the high strength to use a Colossal Volge. Because if you're not like in the 90s plus, he's not going to be able to use an Insight Colossal Volge. Or a regular one for that matter. Insight's nice because it gives +5 to all stats. So you can strength glitch him. But in this case, I'm using a Reaper's Toll. And for the longest time, I was using an Insight because Lightning Fury takes a lot of mana. But with this hybrid build, the Reaper's Toll is nice because it casts the Decrepify. And the thing about Diablo 2, especially these later versions now, Hell Mode has been drastically changed to where these enemies have really high physical resistances. So the Reaper's Toll cuts that in half, their physical resistances. So your physical damage just is that much better. So I believe it pretty much doubles your damage output to the enemies who have the Decrepify casts on them. And your mercenary's weapon, Reaper's Toll, has a 33% chance to cast, yeah. It rocks. Also the life leech on there is epic. But yeah, you can switch to the bow. Now I'm just running easy shit right now. Here, I'll go to Act 5. Because these are the ladder realms, remember. It's hard to get those 8-player games. So you don't really have to maximize your build or make a certain character that can just, you know, put the most damage out for 8-player games. Because in general, on the ladder, people are just MFing in games with a few players in them. Here we go. I'll use the Griffon's ability with this. Yeah, with the Lightning Fury, just waste them. So that's the thing to keep in mind, the ladder, is you're probably going to be magic finding and rune hunting in general, on average maybe, with a few players in the game, if that. So if you want, you can do what I've been doing this ladder, where I just optimize a player who can have the fastest kill speed on low monster levels. Which I think is like this Amazon. I mean, look at that. Just everything dies around her. And my skills aren't even, like, optimal for Lightning Fury, because I'm this hybrid build, right? I only have Lightning Fury maxed, as well as Charged Strike. And I don't believe I only have 1 point in the synergies. So if I wanted to optimize, I could pump up the synergies. But the thing is, I kind of like having a higher level Valkyrie. My penetrate is really high, so my main javelin hits them more for leech and a little bit of physical damage. But more importantly, my bow needs penetrate for the bosses and stuff. You need that high attack rating. And then I like to have some multi-shot. And then one in the others. And I have 1 point in strafe, and that's on switch. That's kind of nice in narrow corridors. But for everything else, I just spew multi-shot. But yeah, for the ladder reset, I'm thinking about going in Amazon. Again, it just seems to be a character that I really enjoy. Like on the ladder realms, it's just nice to have one that can wipe out the entire freaking screen, man. On low player levels. And the thing about it is, on higher player levels, of course your Bozan build is going to become more and more useless because you just can't get enough bow output, basically, for high monster levels to make them, you know, the more efficient characters. It's still doable. You could have a Faith on your Merc and a Wind Force to get the max damage output. And a few other things, but for Lightning, you can actually do very well on high player levels. If you have a Griffons, if you have your synergies maxed up for Lightning Fury and Charge Strike, and especially, and if you have Infinity on your Merc. I haven't attained one this ladder. I have enough items to easily trade for one. But I mean, I'd be pretty broke after that. And I just like the versatility. I like being able to go to my Barb, who's a Frenzy Barb, and he has Death and Grief. And I like to go to my Zealer Paladin occasionally and my Sorceress. So I just don't really want to trade all my GG items, or most of my GG items, for an Infinity. I haven't really had it in me to make one. There's something to be said, I think, with just having fun and not having that endgame item Infinity. Because you gotta find ways around it, you know? Around not being able to break their immunities. And in this case, I have the Faith Bow on switch. So anything that's lightning immune, I can just switch to this and just start blasting the shit out of it. Yeah, it's a good time. But it's very efficient as well. So it's hard to say. I just remember back in the day when I had an Infinity or two. That was a blast, but then I basically focus only on one element. Like this would be purely a Javazan. And sometimes you'll get those enemies that the Infinity doesn't break the lightning immune, right? I think you get those occasionally. And then you're just kind of screwed. It doesn't happen very often. But it is fun having more than one damage type to output. Then you can just go through the game, and it adds a bit of variety to the gameplay as well. But I think if I'm playing serious this coming ladder, I'll probably strive for Affinity. Now that might change, but I think I'd be interested in going for that. But yeah, Griffon's Eye, man. With the Javazan, it just destroys. Look at the damage. And like I said, that's not with any of the synergies maxed, or even added to. So I have 2200 Lightning Fury damage. I take it off 1800, so it adds that much. You know? Like 300 some damage. And it's a low one. The lowest plus additional 2 lightning skill damage. 15. It ranges 15 to 20. Probably put a Shale Rune in there for faster hit recovery. If you already hit your increased attack speed breakpoint, which I think I have with Cat's Eye and Laying of Hands. I don't think I need that 15%. But I might, I'm not sure. In fact, maybe I do. But yeah, he just casted Decrep on these guys, see? Then you can blast them with your bow. And it just doubles your damage, basically. But yeah, man, Griffon's Eye, I mean, it looks good on the Amazon too, see? I think, and it also looks great on the Sorceress. Then you're not wearing some ugly little cap. Or ugly helmet. Yeah, you're wearing that circlet thing going on. Looks good. But hey, I'm the Iceman, and subscribe to this page. More videos to come on Diablo 2. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and like the damn video. Hit that like button. And what do you guys plan to play this coming ladder? And are you going to play it? You should. There's a lot more people getting on Diablo 2 these days. And it's a great thing. So let me know your thoughts on the matter, and let me know what character and build do you plan to play initially for this upcoming ladder reset. I'm the Iceman. Peace be with you.